Well then, now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now. Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? Woo-hoo-hoo. If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. The club president? What's a club president? Club president? Do we know a club president? Am I being dumb? Should I be knowing who a club president is referring to? Who's the club president? Okay, Monomu's is also confused. So, without further ado, the answer is... They're not going to tell us because that would be more despair. Yeah, you can't! Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Huh? I don't know any German, so I don't know if he's correct, but what does that have to do with anything? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. What? As usual, Monokuma is confusing. Yes, I would like to save current progress. I'm really glad they do these intermission things. Very handy. Resume.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! I can't do anything! How annoying! But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do.
Is this Monokuma speaking through her here, like mocking her? And like as a puppet? Oh man, I can't do anything! Is that what he's trying to do here?
Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Don't worry, I will save regularly. And we're back.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Yeah, so that whole, it's interesting that we're getting the intermission now. That implies that like there's a whole another half of this trial left. Or maybe just like a third, probably more likely. Because we just went through a whole lot to get through all the obvious stuff with Hyoko and Fuyuhiko. Now we're getting to the less obvious parts, where I'm thinking it's going to be about Peko Peko Yama.
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
I guess?
So
You mean
the
like the
letter?
entrance? The letter, I guess.
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
It wasn't? So they went back to put the gummy? That's odd.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
True, I guess. So someone could have pretended to find it there? When we all went over there the next time? Or maybe went there after Hyoko left?
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
And then they could have entered and exited through the, like, little side window thing?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
Huh. I guess they could have hidden the shower area.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Really?
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Okay, so now we're getting into stuff that I have no idea about. So this is gonna be scary. Want to play a new game? Is that what you're thinking? No, but I guess we're doing that thing with the top speed thing, right? If so, we prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the logic dive, you'll control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Okay. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse. Wait, you can move sideways with the mouse, that's weird. And accelerate with the control key. Weird, okay. Press right mouse button to brake and left to jump. Brake, jump, accelerate. Sounds like some weird controls. There'll be various obstacles. Make sure you're familiar with the controls so you can reach the goal. You'll take damage if you fall into a gap or bump into the walls. There'll be branching questions. Crap. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Crap, that's not good. I have to think quickly. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. Make good use of the brake, yeah. And escape for controls. All right, this is gonna be hard, probably. She's right. This might be a very important problem. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to talk and comment through it because I'm probably gonna be concentrating the whole time. The killer tampered with the evidence after Yoko ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Thinking. I'm gonna assume that it's when all of us came to see the bodies. Or came to see the body. Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Oh, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3. A lot of stuff I'm seeing here. Speed up. Slow down. Jump. Alright, that's for movement. Cool. Very interesting. We're just snowboarding through everything. I don't think I need to hit these boost pads necessarily. Question 1. Crap. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? After Hyoko... no, before Hyoko arrived. He had to have been before Hyoko arrived because she was knocked unconscious with the stuff or whatever, you know. Yep. Crap! Don't fall in the holes. Next question. Oh, never mind. Did I dodge a question? Crap! Don't fall off. Don't fall off. It's weird. It's really weird. When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hyoko left? Because the thing was still there? Very interesting. I mean, this is pretty fun. I'm not complaining about this being a feature. Pretty nice. Where was the killer hiding while she was unconscious? In the beach house, I would assume. Or the beach? Would she have been hiding on the beach? No, it has to be in the beach house. Because otherwise she would have seen them on the beach, I would think. Right? Or maybe she was hiding in the water? I think it's the beach house. Oh, now we're getting the answers.
It's all coming together.
Oh, okay. So apparently we got it all right. Apparently they didn't have like an X over anything, so we got it all right.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Yeah, that was kind of pointless thing to say. Do you think they could have been hiding? I mean, yeah, we already said that it's possible they could have been hiding.
Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Yeah, this time Hyoko getting on our case and yelling at us makes some sense. I understand.
Personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
And once Hajime said something kind of dumb sounding.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
See, I don't know where this place could be. I know they could have left or entered through like the grate in the shower room. Probably entered, not left. It would have been harder to leave. Well, where else could they have hid? Can't remember. I really don't want that to happen to me. I need an answer by any means. Yeah, there were two. There's the shower room, there was the exit, there was a closet, place with the bottles, and then the trash. Place she hasn't looked. Crap, this I don't actually know. Here? Inside the fridge, they'd freeze. You're gonna climb a mountain made of ice? There's always fighting when you play with 2 players.
Crap!
Talking about ice climbers? I'm gonna start staring. It looks like I just made a fool of myself in front of everyone. So, alright, the time has stopped now, so that's good. Let me think here. Also in the closet? That wouldn't make sense, right? Was there anything else in the closet they could have been hiding behind? There were some boards that were out of place, right? So they've been hiding behind all that?
Crap!
I think I misclicked.
Here!
Okay, so it was also in the closet.
The killer was
I just
probably
misclicked the
hiding
first
in
time there.
closet.
Okay, so yeah, she must have been hiding even further back.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
I guess you're just keeping an eye on you, make sure you stay asleep until the right time.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
Yep, that makes sense.
But could 2 people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
Yeah, easily. Haven't you ever played hide and seek before? It's pretty easy to just like pile some stuff in front of yourself in the closet, and then you won't be seen. Or just put a blanket over yourself and it'll look like nothing's there.
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Yep, the place where the boards were. You hid inside it. The killer made sure to arrange a hiding place. I can only think of one place. That's right, the place where the killer was hiding in the closet was... This one I know. Right here.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Yep.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think?
So what?
2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case.
Yeah, because they removed it so they could hide in there.
The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place.
Yep.
Because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then the killer was close to me during that time?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Oh.
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
What a crazy way to do things, honestly. Imagine just killing somebody. And then, and also knocking somebody out. And just sitting there and taking a nap. Taking a nice nap nearby the dead body that you killed. I mean, I would think that unless you're somebody who's killed a lot of people, you would be kind of panicked after killing somebody the first time. And you'd want to get away from the crime scene, get as far away as possible. But this person's just chilling. They're just taking a nap. So maybe they really are sparkling justice, and they've killed people before.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case. I agree with that as well.
We don't care what you agree with, Nuggeto.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
Yeah, we didn't.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan.
True, makes sense.
Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
They're gonna punch you regardless, it sounds like.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange?
I mean, it's
to
not
me?
like that. Not like what?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
Okay. I don't know who Prince Shotoku was. Probably somebody from Japanese history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right?
So I was thinking about this as well. When everything happened. I forgot what I said exactly, but I remember I mentioned something about this.
Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Thank you for asking that, Nagito. This is something I actually have always wanted to know. I assume that they are not.
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
What kind of answer is that?
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! Pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used
Okay.
for deduction.
Okay.
It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So, my bad for trying to use it for deduction. But couldn't it be used for deduction anyways?
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but
Yeah, even if there's no way it's not meant to be used for deduction, I don't think there's any way he can make it not usable for deduction. No matter whether the killer is included or not, it's still information.
depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
I see.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Okay, so it changes depending on his mood, I guess.
Jeez, fine, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Okay, so the killer, who I'm assuming is Peko Yama, killed Mahiru. So it doesn't include her, the body discovery announcement. Then, Hyoko found the body. So that's one other person. And then, Fuyuhiko, I don't know what was up with him. It seemed like he may or may not have found the body. And then the rest of us came. At all the same time, I think.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
That means that at least 2 other people can find the body before a body discovery announcement is made. So that means Hyoko was one of them who was the second. That's what he's trying to say here. And I would assume that it was Fuyuhiko or something.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
True.
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be alright. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too.
Yeah, it's got to be the bottles
Now,
that were empty in the
let's
trash
start
can.
the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. Oh, there's another feature being added? From this point forward, you'll now be able to use Truth Flashback. Okay, so I know what this is about. You hold down the left mouse button, you shade the reticle, change it, and memorize it. It'll be fired once. Yep. You can use it as many times as you want. And yeah, you can use them as truth bullets by memorizing other people's weak spots. Alright, and I assume we can use... You'll not be able to agree with anyone while you're using the truth flashback. Okay, that's important information. So we can't use the truth flashback to fire at agreed spots, only to refute somebody. Got it. That's actually really good. I'm glad that's a distinction there. So I assume we're going to be using it this time. Yeah, shower room, whatever. So we're going to use the truth flashback.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, it would not have been impossible. I actually want to get rid of that. I actually don't want that one. That's what I want to refute.
In the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they use something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
No, they washed themselves
Somebody
off with the
flushes
bottles,
their
I should
shit
think.
Every morning, I can declare they would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
No, because they wanted to set it up so
Maybe
Hyoko
they
was
were
the
able to
killer.
wash it off.
Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe Fuyuhiko set it up so that Hyoko was the killer? But Peko Yama was the actual killer? Yeah. Maybe. Because Fuyuhiko was really pushing that Hyoko was the killer. But why does Fuyuhiko want Hyoko dead? That's what I don't understand. Weird. Okay, I actually don't know about this. If I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
So this is what I need to refute, I think.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet?
Washing it off would have been impossible. No, because of the bottles. But then there's the wetsuits. The wetsuits. I don't know if the wetsuits even had anything to do with anything.
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
They couldn't change. They would have had to wear that over everything else.
If they use something other than the shower...
Something other than the shower. Let me grab that.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
No, I don't think there
Someone
even
who
was a
flushes their
wet.
shit
I don't
every
think there even
morning,
was a
I can
wetsuit.
declare they would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
I think that's very possible.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been No, that's wrong.
Okay, I got it right. I was not 100% on that one.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower.
Yep.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible that it was the drinks inside the refrigerator. So here's the thing, though. Oh, I have to do it because I'm going to run out of time.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
So, if Fuyuhiko did that to wash off blood... No, Fuyuhiko couldn't have been the one to move it because he didn't have any blood on him and he wasn't wet when we saw him, I don't think. Unless he did wear a wetsuit to move the body and then wash that off with the bottles. But then what about Peko Yama? Did she do the same thing or did she swim? Did Peko Yama actually swim away from through the beach? I don't know.
I've seen through it.
Oh. Okay, now she's unhappy.
In theory, but that's impossible.
Okay, so now Peko Yama's attacking us. That's only reinforcing my opinion.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand
What, talking about how the drinks were colored?
that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
What, because it was empty of clear drinks? Trash can.
It's true there were drinks.
Oh
In
crap.
the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I don't know why that one took so many. It wouldn't be enough to wash out the blood. We're nearing the moment when our fate will be decided.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house. However, try one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Okay. Oh, crap. I did it.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
There were.
Want me to cut through
They were in
those
the
words?
trash because they were used.
There were water
Alright, I've
bottles
gotten a lot
inside the
better at that.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
Let me think here. I'm just trying to figure out who used the water bottles. Was it Fuyuhiko or Peko Yama?
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Okay, you don't drink a plastic water bottle, but you drink the water in it. I guess so.
You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Pretty troublesome, though. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, the person would be... It would be Peko Yama. But also, if you wash off all that stuff, the blood still has to run somewhere, right? It would run into the sand, or it would run into the rest of the... like, the beach house. I'm assuming we're just gonna ignore that.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
I'm assuming that he means Peko Yama. Because she was the only one who was all wet.
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Well, I don't think it was you, but you seem to really want it to be Hyoko. Maybe you had some hand in moving the body to make it seem like Hyoko was the killer? Or, no, because... No, that wouldn't make any sense. Maybe you wanted to be Hyoko, but I don't think you set it up. Because the whole thing was set up to frame Hyoko from the very beginning. With the notes and the footprints waiting inside there, the gummy, the placing of the body. All of it was to frame Hyoko. So the real killer had to have wanted Hyoko to be framed.
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, the killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Oh, here we go. Peko Yama. It's the only answer that it could be. I'm so really surprised, if this really is the correct answer, that I called it at the very beginning this time.
You're the only one.
Yep. Awesome. All right. I'm proud of myself for that.
Go. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Yep, she's covered in water. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body.
Well, not necessarily their entire body unless they use their entire body to move the other body, which, I mean, moving bodies are heavy, so they probably would have to.
But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Yeah?
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard.
Hmm?
You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right?
Why is he trying to... What? Why are you trying to defend her? I have no idea what's going on here. Wait, let me think. Hold on a second. There was... Girl E. So Peko Peko Yama must have been Girl E. No, that doesn't make sense because Girl E died. I'm just trying to remember the events of the other, like the you know, the fake game within the game. I'm just wondering where Peko Peko Yama fits in all of that, and I was wondering if she was Girl E, but Girl E is dead, so that can't make any sense. Unless, like, there was a person, there was another person's name in there, right? It was like Sato or Soda or I don't know. I don't remember what the name was. Okay, it was something with an S and it was like 4 letters. So there was somebody with that name, and I was thinking it was Peko Peko Yama who actually has that last name, but her last name was changed or something like that. That would be reasonable. How would that motivate her to kill? So obviously Girl E can't be Peko Peko Yama because Girl E is dead. Unless she got killed in the class trial and that's what they mean. But like, could it have been Peko Peko Yama's sister? In that situation, Peko Peko Yama's sister killed? And then Fuyuhiko killed her? But then Peko Peko Yama would want to get revenge on Fuyuhiko, not Mahiru. Wouldn't she? I don't know. I don't know what this is about.
So maybe she really
I'm confusing
was
myself.
Swimming. No one even saw her swimming. No. I saw her.
Now you're making stuff up. You're making crap up.
Huh? After I ran into you bastards,
You
at
just
the
said you
diner,
didn't.
I crossed paths with her on my way home.
You're contradicting yourself.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just
Yeah.
say this earlier?
This is a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys didn't see anyone at the time. Yeah, we saw it. We
You told me
remember
you
him saying
didn't see
that.
anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast. It's too soon to decide she's a killer.
Okay, this guy really wants... Do you want everybody here to die? Is that what you want?
We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Well, it was from the grate. But, like, I'm trying to wonder what Fuyuhiko's motivations are here. He obviously is going to be unhappy that his sister died. Does he feel like that a lot of the people here were complicit in his sister's death because they didn't report the crime when they saw it? Like, they just tried to pretend like it had nothing to do with them? And now he wants to get revenge on everybody by just having the class trial incorrect and killing everybody? That might be it.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko?
You're not the suspect.
Exactly.
Pecco is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening in the bathroom. Small window, the shower room. Small window in the shower room.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of
Is?
well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Yep. Finally,
Don't you
that's
know
coming
how
into
high that
play.
window is? There's no way Pecco could have reached it.
Pecco seems pretty capable.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
Help from someone? You mean help from Fuyuhiko? How? Why?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. It would only have been Hyoko that could have possibly done that, and we already know she didn't have anything to do with it.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
This is a big island. The rope could have gone anywhere.
Of course not. That would violate
Oh,
the school
right.
trip rule.
No littering. Yeah.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
Okay, but they did drop like the mask thing. So I guess littering is not prohibited. It's not littering if it's dropped indoors. We still don't know what that mask is about, right? I'm trying to wonder what does that mask have to do with anything?
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
You mean like a sword? But like, or like the thing that she's got on her back that's holding her sword?
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out of the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. They could have wrapped it around their sword, I guess, and put it in their the thing that they have on their back. So the only thing that I can think of that the killer must have hid it, is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. Oh, Hangman's Gambit. It's been a while since we had one of these. I forget how they work. Crap. We're doomed. Hold on. I need my rules here. Right mouse button. Letter explosion. It was left mouse button. Okay. Cursor's special move is cute. What's a special move? Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, that's how it works. Alright, so what was the question again? What did the killer use to escape out the window in the shower room? It was their sword, right? I don't have any letters here, so I need to toss them in. Oh, I can gain health back. Okay. This is such an overpowered ability. Holy crap. M? Nope. B? I need to have something to start with. Okay, B. So what does that tell us? I guess it's A? Nope. I'm dying here. W bow bam. Bamboo? Oh, because it's not a real sword, it's like a bamboo sword. So bamboo sword, I think that's what this is. We're not getting an S here. There we go. Now I need a W. Where's my W? There we go. Okay, now I need an O, please. Hello? Where's my O? There we go. Oh, crap, I messed that up. There we go. And now we just need the... Okay. I did it that wrong. Well, whatever. Going. I need another D. There we go. Done. Alright, that wasn't too bad. It's just I didn't understand it was bamboo at the start. Really nice that we could just regen health by using focus
mode. You carry that
mode.
bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Well, she might not have had just her bamboo sword in there, but...
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Oh, okay, well, that's kind of crazy, using the sword as a step stool, but very well.
Sword as a step stool?
I guess I'll believe it.
You see? I knew it. I knew it was a ninja. Didn't I tell you? A ninja could have climbed that easily.
Yep, I agree.
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
I doubt that kind of technique was ever really used. Using your sword as a step stool.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to...
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. I keep doing that. Now then, the time has come again once again for the Panic Talk action, PTA. Let's talk a bit about figure time and nega time. From this point on, you will be able to use figure time by pressing space. When it's activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. And you won't miss. And you can destroy their assault until their focus gauge runs out. And yeah. Okay, so this is all stuff we know about. Makes my marker disappear. Alright. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Wait, what? And if you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. But you have to redo the class trial for the chapter. Yeah. Don't worry, I don't need to change the difficulty setting. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
I guess. I mean, maybe you could have reached down and grabbed it, or she could have tied something to it from her, like, she's got like a tie thing on her, or whatever that is, that she keeps her sword in. Yiko, why? Why are you... Man. Hajime is shook.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up!
Alright. I don't remember the details of this.
Got proof, you bastard?
So far, I think it's just click.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? You're pissing me off!
I mean, I'm doing something, and I'm not losing health.
Bastard! Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard? That's
I must say, like, the
impossible.
sound effects really mess up the timing.
Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
So far, I don't think I've lost any health.
Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Oh, I messed it up.
Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off!
Yeah, the fact that we can regain health, once again, it's so
If she
overpowered.
used the bamboo sword as a step stool,
Bamboo
it
sword
would have
bag.
pisses
There we
me
go.
off.
Yeah, she could have used that to retrieve the sword. Or like tying it to it or something.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her
Yeah,
sword against
like
the
that.
wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it.
So, like, convoluted, but I guess it works.
And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman.
Yeah. I mean, I was when that like window came into play where it seemed really hard to get out of it, she did come to mind as somebody who'd be most like ninja-like that would be able to jump out of there.
Even so, how
I
disappointing.
didn't think she would even need a step
She'd
stool.
only let me work with you. It would have been an even greater plan.
Although I also thought that an ultimate gymnast would be suspicious because of that.
No, you just back off.
Is it true? You killed Monkey?
Now, is the next murderer going to actually work with Nagito again? Probably. That's going to be so weird.
Hold on! You're just making assumptions. You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Yep. We've already come to a conclusion. She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Is it actually Fuyuhiko? And Peko Yama wanted to take the fall for it or something? Like, what is going on here? What's happening?
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, You had no connection to the
Yep.
events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder
That's also
case,
what
right?
confused me.
Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Okay, so she was sparkling justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Okay, now your eyes are going kind of crazy. So is she sacrificing herself in order to protect the justice of this world? Because she thinks that Fuyuhiko should get away with everything because Fuyuhiko is in the right or something? What's happening here? Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
This doesn't seem like Mahiru did anything unjust.
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of.
Well, actually, I say that Mahiru did do one thing that's not just, and that was hiding the fact that Girl E murdered.
Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Okay, you don't need to get all poetic about it.
Hello, Earth to Pecco.
I agree.
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
Okay, but I don't think you're creating any smiles by killing people either.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Even Fuyuhiko is going like getting taken aback by that.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it.
What is Fuyuhiko getting so worked up about?
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
Oh, are you gonna transformation?
Justice complete.
Oh my gosh. This is so ridiculous. Okay, justice complete. Can you take that off? I don't prefer that mask.
The center of
It's so
justice
dumb.
that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky.
Yeah, you're spouting random poetic nonsense. Okay, we get it.
That would be me. Sparkling justice.
Okay, she can be executed now. We're done.
Now then, let's execute
Yes.
justice.
Yes, let's execute justice quickly.
What? What the fuck?
Pecco, what are you doing?
I guess she had some spare masks.
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
I don't know what those emojis are supposed to be, by the way. I don't recognize them at all.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped.
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
But then why not target Fuyuhiko if he's the murderer from the past? I would assume that's because Fuyuhiko isn't actually a murderer from the past. Maybe Peko Yama was the second murderer and murdered Girl E because she doesn't like that people hide evidence? But then that would mean... And then now she's killed Mahiru for hiding evidence in that past event as well? Like, I don't know what's happening here.
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is the dividing line.
The dividing line?
Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Becoming really crazy? It's been really crazy since Nagito existed. What? What the heck is this? Peko is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
And Monokuma's still asleep, because we still haven't gotten to the climax of the class trial, probably.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping.
Because we're still not even at the end somehow.
Take a look. It's a killer.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking?
This again, as if, like, again, they're not the killer.
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately.
Okay, so at this point, no matter which one of these people the killer is, we have some crazies in our group. We've got Nagito, we have Fuyuhiko, we have Peko Yama. If Fuyuhiko really did kill somebody in the past, then yeah, no matter which one of these people gets executed, we're gonna have even more weirdos in our group.
No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
Is she also a Fuyuhiko? I don't think so. But, like, that would explain why the other Fuyuhiko is trying to... Fuyuhiko. Sorry, I'm using the wrong word. Is he also a Kuzuryu clan member? Because that would explain why Fuyuhiko is trying to protect her. And why she wanted revenge. But we saw, like, Sato or Soda or whatever the heck the name was.
To protect justice, of course.
Goodness gracious.
In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword.
Isn't that mask like paper? How is its eyes glowing?
And executed justice.
Okay, she's just spouting nonsense. Justice, 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 justice.
She's such a stereotypical psychopath.
Yeah, she hasn't given us any concrete information so far.
She's so gross!
Yeah.
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Alright, at least I can understand that emoji is like throwing a star at people. And then, I don't know what that is. Great evil laugh you got there, though. It's shaking the whole room.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore. Let's just end this farce already.
I'm with you, Nekomaru, but it seems like we're not over yet. End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe it really was. Okay, I guess it really was her, and we're done here. It's just that was really weird. It seemed like we weren't over. Oh. I really wish Mahiru wasn't the one who died. She's definitely one of my favorites. Okay, so we know this is garbage. Alright, so she's talking about on the morning of the incident, Mahiru met... well, she met Hiyoko. But, hold on. How do I change these again? Crap, I forget. Controls, save me. A and D keys. Q and E keys. Okay, that's not actually it. Well, whatever. Let's start from way over. Surfboard, etc., etc. Let me just see where these go, because for some reason I'm forgetting how to scroll this, or if you even can scroll this. Flavored gummy. Got all that happening. They kill Mahiru. They drop the flavored gummy after she leaves. And this is where they go inside the surfboard area. That's where they're washing themselves off. Oh, okay, I remember. You use them up and then it gives you more. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's see. We got some sword stuff, so this one's not being used. But she does leave this. And ties the bamboo sword. Like that. Okay. Got everybody there. It's interesting, we're getting a new perspective on our own character. We look very normal. And Chiaki there. Okay, so a promise with somebody. That has to be at the very beginning, right? Not here. Okay, so that has to be here. Yep, and they are just Pekayama is just watching. Yeah, why'd Mahiru have to die? Both Mahiru and Hyoko should not be dying. Lure Mahiru and Kyoko. They used the letters. First one to arrive at the beach house was, I would guess, the killer. Wait. No, it was Hyoko. Yeah, Hyoko arrived at the beach house first, and but the killer was already there at the time. Let me see here. So this is her waking up. And where does the mask come in? But I don't know. I guess that's back here when she was... Yeah. Killing Mahiru. Alright, last ones. Alright, do I have anything else left here? Nope. Alright. Not that. Next one to arrive at the beach house was not Mikan. It's Mahiru. And yeah. Yoko arrives here.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Cool, that worked out.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive.
Yep.
She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions.
Yeah, the letters. Yep.
That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said.
But where is... Okay, so I guess Fuyuhiko really just wanted... He was fine with the justice that happened, I guess. And was fine to sacrifice his life so that Peko Peko Yama would live because he appreciated what Peko Peko Yama did? Is that what's going on here? But then, like, why not just kill Mahiru himself? I don't know. Maybe he's not able to do it.
And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait.
Fuyuhiko was the one who did it first, though. Or maybe he didn't go and play the game first. Maybe it was actually Peko Peko Yama who played it first and just gave him that paper. I don't know.
After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet. So they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath.
And it makes sense since she's the ultimate swordswoman.
According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road.
Somebody still should have been able to open that door even with her body blocking it. If they just tried a little bit.
Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card.
Yeah, they didn't really need to leave that there. And I guess by blocking the door with Mahiru's body, it meant that even if Hyoko decided to go through that door for some reason, she would have to move Mahiru's body and get blood all over, making her even more suspicious. So that would work towards her aims in the first place. But why did Peko Peko Yama want to frame Hyoko? She only cares about justice, doesn't she? It wouldn't be justice to have Hyoko die too, because Hyoko didn't do anything wrong. Not that we know
That's how
of.
the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen.
Oh, I guess they could have used the bottles in the shower room even if the water was off.
Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead.
We should have seen the water in the shower room. It wouldn't have all drained away.
However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand.
Yep, we know all that. It's still a weird thing to do.
After some time had passed,
Hiding in the crime
sleeping
scene
drug
itself.
used on Hyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her.
Yeah, I feel bad for Hyoko. I mean, she's definitely a jerk of a person,
being
but
considered a murder suspect. Hyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hyoko.
yeah, it was the wrong type of gummy. They should have done their
Finally,
research.
The killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route.
I still think they could have covered up their footprints in the sand in some other ways, but this works too.
A small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand.
Yep, weird way to do it, but I guess it works.
As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword.
Pretty convoluted.
And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened.
That was their biggest mistake. I don't know why they decided to appear before us right then and there. They could have went back, tried to go back to their room, get a towel, dry themselves off, and then show up. But I guess it was already time to show up.
But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house.
Yeah, I guess. And it would have been a ways to go to get back to their place, and they probably would have ran into somebody along the way. I guess that would have been suspicious if they were just running like that.
So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse.
It is a pretty believable excuse.
So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
Cut away the mask.